What is up, critters? DenDenBMX here, and today we're... What are you guys looking at? Holy shit. We're changing things up around here. My roommate told me that I needed a proper YouTube studio, and that equals dark background and lots of RBGs, so prepare for some changes. And for the entirety of my YouTube career, I've either used just natural lighting or this really bright lamp that I've had for a while. But I think it might be time to invest in a proper studio light with a diffuser. That way it should get rid of a lot of this glare that's bouncing off this dark wall now. Yeah, we were going for a gray wall, but the color we chose ended up being more of a navy blue. So... I mean, I'm not complaining. I like blue. But yeah, some other changes we want to make is maybe get some L-shaped shelves and put them in this corner. Maybe have them go out to like right here. That way the shelves would be in frame when I'm talking and I could show you guys some of my trinkets. And then, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but I was also thinking maybe some like horizontal guitar mounts going up this wall. Maybe have like 4 or 5 of them or something. I don't know. And maybe I'll finally do what I've been putting off since 2016. And I just might get a real camera this year. But who knows what the future holds. But in today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys and kind of update you about some of my higher end balisongs. I haven't really talked about them in a while, and my thoughts and opinions on how they flip and how much I like them have changed a little bit, and I figured you guys may want to be updated on that. And we are going to get knuckles deep in all that business real quick right after I tell you guys thank you for all the recent love and support you show me on all my videos. It truly does mean a lot. As always, if you guys go on to enjoy this video, let me know. Help out the engagement on this video by leaving a like, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think about this wall, share the video around, and if you regularly watch this channel and you haven't already subscribed, what are you doing, dick fart? We are on the road to 20,000 subs, and we can only get closer with your support. But I'm done being a tool. Let's get right into it. Oh, yeah. Those lights are pretty harsh up against that wall, dude. Shut up! Second I start filming, you start barking? Is that how that works? Yeah, next thing I'm gonna do is invest in an actual key light with a softbox. That way it gets rid of a lot of this harsh glare. That way I can have the desired effect of actually having a dark background behind me instead of having a dark wall that's just being illuminated by all this glare. Now, the first balisong that I want to talk about in today's video is none other than the Fellowship Blades Empress. I think it was last year when I did a little unboxing / first impressions of this balisong, and in that video I said I was going to do a full review, and then I never got around to doing it. And so I just wanted to use this video as a reason to kind of like catch you guys up, give you guys my like updated thoughts and opinions about this balisong. And I gotta say, I still really like it, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I feel pretty bad for the Empress because I feel like this balisong just never really caught on with a lot of people when it came out. I feel like a lot of people don't even know this balisong exists. And honestly, I don't even know if Fellowship Blades still makes it. So as a little refresher on the specs of this balisong, it is a titanium sandwich handle construction balisong. It uses that like real high quality grade 5 ultra big dick titanium. And that's also got an S35 VN blade. It runs on bushings, bronze phosphorus washers, all the nice top of the line features you would expect from a balisong of this price. I also know this balisong has an interchangeable weight system. You just swap out the spacers at the end here if you want to put like a heavier pair on or a lighter pair on. But yeah, when I first got this balisong, I really enjoyed it. And I gotta say, I haven't really flipped it that often lately, but now that I'm picking it up and really getting to flip it to make this video, I'm remembering how much I really liked how this thing flipped. Yeah, this is a very fun balisong. I am not going to lie. I mean, it does kind of do like the kukri balisong thing, to where it's just always kind of like a little lopsided, especially when you do stuff like choker fans and stuff like that. But this one is nowhere near as bad as some of the other ones that are out there. Yeah, I was really stoked for this balisong when it first came out, and I was pretty dang happy with it when I first got my hands on it. And then I just kind of stopped flipping it. And I really don't think this balisong deserved that from me or from the rest of the community. Like, again, I feel real bad for this balisong because it really seemed like a lot of the community just kind of turned a blind eye towards this balisong and no one really ever talked about it. I like the handle pattern. I like the kukri blade shape. I like the way it flips. I like the way it feels. Now, the way it sounds, I think leaves a little to be desired. When you get it real tuned, it does have some bounciness, like... So yeah, when you get this balisong nice and finely tuned, it does have some bounce to it, but it can fall out of that very easily. Once the tune on a lot of balisongs becomes less than perfect, a lot of the times it'll still be pretty dang nutty and pretty dang bouncy. This balisong is not like that. Once these tolerances like wear in a little bit and become slightly less than perfect, it just kind of turns into a silent balisong and it kind of loses all of its bounce. And that could be a reason why I stopped flipping this balisong so much. But yeah, before I started filming this video, I grabbed this balisong and I re-tightened it up, got the tune back to pretty much how it was when I first got it. So yeah, the tune is pretty good again. The only problem is that while I was doing that, I stripped the donkey shit out of one of these pivots. Yeah, that pivot was just like, bye. But fret not, right before I started filming, I ordered some new pivots for this thing. Shit. Okay, double scissors are looking to be a little bit harder than I remember on this balisong. Which is weird because I remember when I first got this, double scissors were like really easy on it. So what the fuck? Bitch. Okay, can I just... Can you... I got it, but now I'm a little annoyed because of how long that took me. I don't know, I think I've just kind of had my time with it. And this thing deserves to be flipped and loved every single day, so I might sell it off, or I'm also considering trading it for one of them Medusa trainers. I'll put a picture of it like right there. Yeah, I really like the way this thing looks, and I really want to try the newer dimensions of the Medusa handles, and that's exactly why I ordered the new pivots. I'm going to put the new pivots in this balisong before I let it go. I'm not going to give this off to somebody with a really badly stripped pivot. But yeah, this was one of the first Empresses ever released. This is an unsharpened version, because I wanted the live blade kukri look, but I didn't want it to be sharp, because when I'm flipping and I get cut, it doesn't make me feel cool anymore. It really just makes me violently angry. And we got other balisongs to talk about. Next thing I wanted to flap my gums about is this little guy right here. This is, I should open it. This is the LDY Signus. Very similarly to the Empress, I made an unboxing and first impressions video about this balisong. I got the Signus and the Empress like within like a week of each other, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I made just like a little first impressions video, and I said I was gonna make a full review later on down the line, and I just never did. And yeah, just like the Empress, I kind of got this balisong. I messed with it for a while. I picked it up every now and then, but as of late, it's just kind of been sitting, collecting dust. I don't know. I don't really know why I don't flip this thing. I'm pretty sure it was last year, but this was the balisong that everyone was kind of, what the fuck? Why can't I palm fan with this thing? It's just... Bitch. What the fuck is happening? I don't get it. I believe it was last year, but when this thing came out, this was the balisong everyone was pooping their pants about. Being like, this is the new greatest balisong ever. And the hype train did get me a little bit, which is why I have one. And I was like, yeah, this definitely could be the current... What the fuck? Why is palm fanning on this thing so flaccid? I guess I have to avoid my new favorite trick, because trying to do it on this balisong is just making me mad. It just doesn't look right, doesn't feel right. What the... Yeah, I enjoyed this balisong when I first got it, don't get me wrong. And it's still a really, really good balisong. Like, it's definitely still like a contender for the greatest balisong ever, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know, this balisong... Nope, we're not doing that. Shut up, water. Kayate. It was never really a balisong that I would, like, go out of my... This was never really a balisong that I would go out of my way to flip, especially now that it doesn't really want to palm fan for me. So this is another one that I'm also considering letting go. Maybe I just have to, like, remember how to flip this thing. That's probably what it is. And, like, everything else... Like, I'm not gonna lie, everything else feels very good on it. Like, there's not a trick on this balisong that doesn't really want to cooperate besides palm fans, and that's probably because I'm doing them wrong. And it's driving me up the fucking wall. Okay, yeah, we're not flipping the Signus much longer. I'm getting pretty over it. Like, what? Why is that not satisfying? This is like the least satisfying feeling balisong to palm fan I've ever felt in my life. Which is weird because I'm almost positive I used this balisong to try and get palm fans down. Yeah, I don't want this thing anymore. Someone buy it off me. Like, this might sound weird. It feels a lot like the Vault Pro, and that's because this thing heavily inspired the Vault Pro. But I think the Vault Pro feels better, at least to me right now. It might just be like I just need to spend some time and get used to how this thing flips again. Let's try a double scissor. Okay, that was bad. Double scissor. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about this pretty little thing. This is the bandage knives stitch, not the bondage knives stitch. It's bandage. I don't know why I didn't realize the two X'd out letters were the same letter, and I also didn't realize that the logo of bandage knives is literally a bandage, but for some reason, my little simian brain just assumed it was bondage knives, and I just went with it. Bondage Knives is a channel member. He's been a big supporter of my channel for the longest time. I was the first person to get sent a stitch. I made the first video reviewing and flipping this balisong. In the entire video, I called them bondage knives, so it's not bondage knives. I'm just an idiot. This is the bandage knives stitch, and I can't fucking flip anymore. So yeah, this is the bandage knives stitch, and I think this is one of my favorite balisongs. It's definitely in the top 3. I mean, I don't even fucking know what my favorite balisong is or is not anymore. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite, I don't think, anymore. This is definitely one of my favorites, and I love the way this thing flips. It's super unique. Bandage Knives went out of his way to try and make a kukri bladed balisong that flips like a normal blade as much as possible. And I definitely think this is one of the closest, if not the closest attempt at that. See, I can palm fan back and forth just fine with this thing. Ooh, that felt good. Like, I will always be very impressed at just how good this balisong flips for someone's first balisong design. Like, this is the first balisong that Bandage Knives ever came out with. It's kind of like BB Barfly, to where, like, it's already so good right off the bat, I can't really think of anything else they would do to improve it. All the, what are those called? Parabolics. Ooh, that felt good. So let's get the double scissor out of the way on this balisong. Oh. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, I guess double scissors just don't want to work with me today. Like, at all. I'm getting grumpier as this video progresses. Ow. Bitch. The stitch ain't the problem. It's this fucking bozo trying to flip it. There. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I may not be very good at showing you, but this thing flips very, very well. I still really, really love the way this thing flips. I think it's balanced great. I just love the way the balisong as a whole looks. It does everything I like to do. I'm doing a pretty piss poor example of how well this thing can flip, but if you listen to like anyone else, they'll also tell you that this thing flips very, very well. I am very impressed with this balisong. I am not going to be letting this one go. This is one that I'm going to keep flipping for a very long time. For the spacers on this balisong, they use some Zippy spacers, and then they also have like a little Zippy inlay in the X here. And Zippy sells these plastics separately so you can get them in different colors and mix and match and do all that fun stuff. Yeah, really the only thing I want to change on this balisong is just the color of the plastics. Other than that, it's perfect. Shout out to Bandage Knives. I'm such a bozo, I got so used to calling it Bondage Knives that every time I say it, I have to like pause and make sure I call it the proper name. God. There's only one more balisong I want to talk about in today's video before I have an aneurysm, and that is my custom replicant. And I just wanted to give you guys a little update on this thing because I know you guys haven't seen it that much lately. I still have it. I still flip it pretty regularly. There was a little while there where I wasn't really flipping it as much. I don't know if I'd still call this my favorite balisong. It's definitely still one of my favorites. But another pretty big reason why I kind of stopped flipping this balisong as much is because when I made the video talking about putting in the channel spacers on this balisong, at the end of that video, I got the tolerances on this balisong like absolutely perfect. And they did not stay like that. And it really made me mad when they went away. A lot of the replicant aftermarket parts are so different and made by different people that sometimes they just don't line up well with each other, and sometimes it's really difficult to get a really solid tune on a custom replicant. And if you can get a solid tune on it, there's a pretty decent chance that that's not gonna last. And mine sure didn't. Yeah, it lost that perfect tune pretty quickly, and I've never been able to really get it back to that. And even when I would get it like close to how it used to be, it would not stay like that. But this is one of those balisongs I was talking about, to where even though it's not perfectly tuned, it's still very bouncy and very nutty. So yeah, I lost the tune on this balisong, and I spent a few months really trying to get it back, and it just was not working, and I just kind of got pretty annoyed with this balisong, and I just let it sit there while I reviewed a bunch of other balisongs and just spent my time flipping those. Let's, we gotta do the double scissor with this thing. Shit. I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. It was right there. There. Jesus Christ. 18 hours later. And yeah, another thing that really kind of ground my gears about this balisong, I don't know if you guys will remember, but the reason I wanted to put these titanium channel spacers is because I have an hourglass kukri trainer blade on this balisong. And the back of the balisong is crowned and rounded off really nice. But the front of the blade, where the actual blade part is supposed to be, is somehow thicker than the back. So the clearance between the liners and the blade is very slim. Before I had these titanium channel spacers, these liners were kind of squeezing inward a little bit, and it was causing the blade to hit the handles. And that is a feeling that makes me want to throw up. So I put the tie channel spacers on there, and it did alleviate it for a little while until I lost the tune. And now it's back to hitting the handles. It does it really bad on the bite handle. And that's because the blade part of this trainer blade is thicker than the back. I don't understand why, but oh God. Okay, we're done today, guys. We're done. I'm over it. Well, that certainly was something. Yeah, I don't really know what I said because I'm filming this before I filmed the flipping demo. So either yay or darn, I don't know. Real quick, I want to give an enormous shout out and a thank you to Cosmic Steez, A Horse Running, Jet, Solar Flare, Jan Chocolate, and Bandage Knives. Those are the current channel members, and their support really does mean a lot. If you want to join these guys, get a shout out in my longer videos, get access to my members only videos, and just help support the channel in a bigger way, then you can go down there, click that join button. Tiers start as low as 3 schmeckles. Or if you don't want to join a membership, but you still want to support the channel in that way as just like a one-time thing, there's the super thanks button down there. It's like a little tip jar. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. I really hope you enjoyed. Once again, if you did, let me know how about the channel. Leave a like, leave a comment, share the video around, make sure you're subscribed. And yeah, I'm done being a tool. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.